Hey guys, Johnnie Ferro here, and I am a performing musician as well as a studio musician, a songwriter, a producer, name it, I do it pretty much, right? And today I want to talk to you a little bit about G7th Capos. Now, I've been using G7th Capos exclusively since 2013. I decided I wanted to put together a little video for them to kind of tell the world why, because G7th is awesome, they're an awesome company. So here are 7 things I love about G7th Capos. All right, number 1 is the ease and comfort of use of these capos. They are super duper easy to operate, pop open, pop closed. Now this is the Performance 3 capo that I'm using. All of their models are like this though. They make them really super easy to use, really user friendly for whether you're in the studio or live, which I really dig. Number 2 is the very even and beautiful pressure you get on your fretboard when you use this capo. If you look here on this Performance capo, it says ART. That stands for Adaptive Radius Technology. Now what that means is that this thing essentially molds itself to the neck of your guitar to make it so that the pressure is applied evenly all the way across your strings, and so you don't get any buzz or grab. It's just got this really beautiful, perfect, it becomes like a floating nut essentially, and when you use it, it really sounds off beautifully. All right, the third reason that I love G7th Capos, as I mentioned, I am both a live musician as well as a studio musician, and this is perfect for both applications. It's so easy to use. And, because it grabs so cleanly, like if I need to get a chord nice and beautifully in the studio in a certain voicing and I'm playing with the capo, it sounds like I'm playing the guitar open, and the strings just ring out beautifully, the open strings when I play with this thing. And it's always been my experience with G7th. And then live, sometimes rather than change to a guitar with a different tuning, if I have one song where I need to be tuned up a half step, I'll just throw my capo on. It's perfect. It's a really quick and easy solution to that. And again, because of the way that the capo grabs so evenly and beautifully, it just works out perfectly. All right, the fourth reason I love G7th is that they have something for everyone. Now, I have the Performance 3 capo here. This is their most recent Performance capo. I also have another capo here of mine. This is actually, I think they had these at NAMM one year, and I think they still sell them. This is a really inexpensive but very, again, effective capo. It's for a beginner capo in a way, but it still works great. This is my classical guitar capo. They have capos for 12 strings. They have capos for ukulele. They have partial capos, banjo capos. If you need a capo for something, chances are they make it. So again, something I love about them is they really did think of every string musician out there. All right, and on the vein of my second and third point is that innovation and expansion are what this company is all about. They're always coming up with new ways to make capos bigger and better. And I had the good fortune of speaking with Nick Campling. He's one of the owners of G7th, and he's like, a capo is a capo, and but they're always looking for ways to make better capos. It's a simple thing that might not seem like a big deal, but there's actually a lot that goes into making a capo really optimal and good performing capo for a musician. And they really think of that, and they're always innovating, trying to make things better and better for their end user, and also expanding. It's a growing company, which is always really refreshing to see. All right, the sixth reason I love G7th Capos is that they are sexy. Look at these things. I mean, aside from the fact that they play great, aesthetically, these things just look absolutely amazing. They're eye-catching, they're sleek, and I don't know, just the word sexy comes to mind. So, visually speaking, they can actually add to your image that way. And the final reason that I love G7 Capos, or at least the seventh reason, I'm sure there's more reasons, but it's the people. I refer to them as the G7th family, and quite literally, it is a family-run business. Simon and Nick are family, and then, Tommy, everyone else there, everyone is like family. Like when I see them at NAMM, when I talk to them online, whenever I have any interaction with these guys, it's like seeing and talking to family again. They've always been that way right from the get-go. I mean, anytime I've ever had any kind of dealing with G7th, I felt like I was dealing with my family. And that to me is worth more than anything else. As far as anything any company can do for you, that to me makes all the difference. So again, guys, G7 Capos for the win. I so highly recommend checking these guys out if you haven't already. These are literally the best capos on the planet, and I'm not just saying that. I've been using them for almost 10 years now. I use them exclusively, and the reason I use them exclusively is because they are the best. Not only in terms of what they do, but really just the way that they try to think of everything that they can do from their position as a capo maker in the music industry to help the end user, musicians like you and me. And I mean, to me, that level of care deserves your and my and everyone else's patronage. So guys, until next video, I'm Johnnie Ferro. I'll see you later. Mwah.